all this hand over to your son, hand over to your daughter is not ministry. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not ministry. No prayer, no nothing. And no process, only between you and your son. That's not life. Define the process. Joshua is not a biological son of Moses. And the sons of Moses never caused any problem. They were very holy sons. But they were not the one chosen by God. Define the process. This thing is not genetical. Define the process. Let the process be well understood. Life is so simple. Define the age limit. Because you need energy to drive.
Yes.
Particularly all these big ministries that are rising. Yeah. You need the energy to drive. Energy to drive. Don't get an 80-year-old person to come and drive a trailer. No. You will sleep off. Define the terms of eligibility. So there won't be anything you are running around for. Who are eligible? What must they possess for the eligibility? What is the process for the ultimate emergence? Define it. It's so simple. Not when we're about to die. Baba, who is taking over? There was one Jeremiah. They say he has left. He's in heaven. All this hand over to your son, hand over to your daughter is not ministry. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not ministry. No prayer, no nothing. And no process, only between you and your son. That's not life. Define the process. If God picks that son, it may not be the first, it may not be the second. Maybe it's not the fourth. But it's not family inheritance. It's not chieftaincy title in your village's process in the spirit. If the man gets it, it will still be subject to vetting. Do that, you'll have it. Now, if you go by that term that people are doing now, the next leader will also put a son there that may not even be born again. That's the end of the ministry. That may not be born again. That may even sell the church and say, ministry folded. Come and call it. Anybody who wants to buy. That's why.
Few days ago, Bishop David Oyedepo's son, his second son, Isaac Oyedepo, quit the ministry and he's no longer a member of Winners Chapel or Faith Tabernacle worldwide. His reason is because he has a vision to reclaim. He has a vision, a powerful vision, if you allow me to say, to set up his own ministry. Now, Pastor Isaac Oyedepo, the younger sons of Bishop David Oyedepo, he decided to set up his ministry, and this is causing a lot of uproar on social media. So he doesn't want to be a pastor again at a Winners Chapel. His decision may be because he was ordained. Many claim that he was ordained a pastor in Living Faith, yes, in 2007 by Kenneth Copeland. And of course, we know him to be very, very, influential. He has been a pastor in Winners Chapel for some years abroad before he came back. September last month, he was appointed the national youth pastor of the Youth Alive Fellowship that belongs to the youth wing of Living Faith Church. His decision to resign from Winners Chapel has caused waves in the heart of concerned Nigerians, Winners Chapel members all over the world. So many people allege that Pastor Isaac's mandate is to reclaim a generation and to ensure that this generation sees the fire of God revival in our generation. Now I'm asking, this is mandate or vision or goal, can't he achieve it being a pastor at Winners Chapel? Can't he achieve this vision still be under his own father, Bishop David Oyedepo? That's what a lot of questions that many people are asking now. Meanwhile, Bishop David Oyedepo had actually in the past responded to this idea of handing over, a bishop or pastor handing over the ministry to his son when he died. This became a topic last 2 months when the owner of Fountain of Life Church died. So the board of directors announcing the son of Pastor Dukoye, his son Williams, to become the head pastor, that's general overseer of Fountain of Life. While looking at him, many people believe that he shouldn't have even appointed the general overseer, considering one, he had dreadlocks, he had tattoo. Many people don't even see him as someone who is born again. Even the movie roles he played, someone who should stand as general overseer should not even play such kind of roles in movies. But fine, after his announcement or appointment as general overseer, he went to newsmen. I don't want to mention the news outlet. He said that he can trace somewhere in the Bible where he could see the Bible supporting his dreadlocks. There is the place in the Bible where dreadlocks is allowed. Maybe Samson, that could be what he's trying to associate dreadlocks with, or maybe tattoo as well. But fine, Bishop David Oyedepo said that churches must define the process of succession. It's not just a pastor after dying handing over to he made it known that it's not a family business. It's not that all these people telling him and saying hand over to your son, that it cannot be like that. Now he made reference to Moses when he was dying, all his children, there is no record in the Bible where they say, just like the people of Israel criticized the sons of Eli, they criticized the sons of Samuel for not following in the footsteps of their father. He said Moses' children had no record whatsoever of misdeed, of one evil or the other. But then God's choice of leader it fell on Joshua. Joshua is not related to Moses in any way, but God picked Joshua. So he was saying he is not going to hand over to his son. That is a blunt reply. He's not handing over to his son. So if his son left the ministry, left Winners Chapel, maybe with the intention, or maybe because his father will not hand over to them, then he should carry on with his vision, his mandate to reclaim a generation. But again, he made it clear that if he should allow that to happen in Winners Chapel, maybe he hand over to his son. Imagine if that in the long run it gets to a pastor's turn and the pastor hand over to his son who is not born again, just like what is happening or what has happened at Fountain of Life. Many believe that Pastor Williams Odukoye, he is not born again, but born again is not what you see in people. If you are born again, the guy might be born again, but fine. So he said, what if he hands over to another pastor decides to hand over to his son maybe that is not interested in church, but because it has to be a family thing, and the pastor will not hand over to someone who is born again, who of course God wants. The pastor will not hand over to his son who is not born again. The son might even serve the church, might even do anything with the church. So it's clear to everyone that Bishop David Oyedepo will not hand over to his son. So all those making the round that he has, there were times news. It's not even news I carry that he has handed over to his son. He has pulled his two sons, to Nigeria. He has made his son resident pastor. This and that. He is not handing over to his son, except on special cases. Maybe God instructs him, speaks to him, he hears it clearly that God wants him to hand over the ministry to his son because he's aged. When God will take him and God wants him to hand over to his son, that's when he hand over to his son. So church is not a family business, and Bishop Oyedepo is clear on this. Define the process of succession. The process of succession is that is instituted by God. Whosoever God The Bible says no one takes this honor to himself except him that is called. He's not going to give the honor like a family business. It's whom God calls, whom God chooses, whom God picks, like he picks Aaron. That is the person that will take over, or that will be the leader in Winners Chapel after Bishop David Oyedepo.